Midnight tints on the power lines, red tail lights, green street signs. And the windows glow, FM radio playing songs I know, but the choir's replaced with a drum machine, and your ghost in the glass of the TV screen. We were kids in a VHS light. Now we're chasing something out of sight. Neon snow falling over this town tonight, soft as a memory, sharp as a satellite. Christmas in chrome and electric white. I'm driving through the dark with a pixel perfect star. Neon snow got me back to where you are. Activity, plastic and bright. Wise men flicker in the pink blue night. Arcade angels with their glowing wings, coins and carols and forgotten things. You wrote "Don't Forget Me" on a cassette side B. Now the tape keeps warping your melody. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Still I hear your laughter through the static hits, all wrapped up in a synth church Christmas. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We were sparks in a CRT sky. Now I'm sending wishes through the wire. Neon snow falling over this town tonight, soft as a memory, sharp as a satellite. Christmas in chrome and electric white. I'm driving through the dark with a pixel perfect star. Neon snow got me back to where you are. I see your face in the afterglow. Ooh, red and green in the radio. Ooh, every beat like a mistletoe, hanging over hearts in the freezing glow. Midnight mass in a rooftop line, city lights singing "Ready or Not." Hold my hand in the circuit, hum till the morning broke as the sun. If love's just cold in the winter air, then let this signal say I care. I'll rewrite time if the season lets us. Load our hearts like a Christmas cassette. Drive slow, let waves and the steeples bone, lanterns swing in the starless sky. Soft as a prayer, hear the ages sigh. Children are dreaming of sugared light. Widows are counting their ghosts tonight. Yet from the dark of the frozen air rises a song like a broken prayer. Noel, Noel, through sorrow and flame, sing for the lost who have no name. Bells in the darkness, tolling low. Christ is born in the falling snow. Down in the street where the lamplights burn, footsteps of those who will not return. Shadows of hunger and tired eyes, drifting like smoke to the midnight skies. Over the door hangs the withered pine. Cracked is the glass and the windows line. Still in the ruin of empty years, candlelight trembles through bitter tears. Noel, Noel, through sorrow and flame, sing for the lost who have no name. Bells in the darkness, tolling low. Christ is born in the falling snow. Hark how the choir in the old stone nave lifts up a hope that the weary crave. Peace on the earth as the organ moans over the bones and the nameless stones. Out in the alleys in window glow, some sit alone with the radio, waiting for mercy or just the dawn, listening close as the carols drawn. Noel, Noel, through sorrow and flame, sing for the lost who have no name. Bells in the darkness, tolling low. Christ is born in the falling snow. Here in the hush of the 12th night air, angels or crows on the crossbeam stare. Heaven is nearer than breath or skin, thin as the veil we are living in. So let the world with its wounds and scars gather like shepherds beneath the stars. For in the shiver and in the cold comes forth a child that the dark can't hold. Noel, Noel, through sorrow And I keep finding Christmas in your hair. Under electric mistletoe, where the streetlights flashing red and blue and gold. You pull me close in the freezing glow, and the drum machines are singing let it snow. Digital angels on the radio, our shadows dance on the midnight snow. If the whole world reboots tomorrow, I don't care, just save this scene with you standing there. snow with bare wounded feet. Over the hospice and prison gate. Over the ward where the nurses wait. Over the battlefields far from home. Over the ones who forever roam. Soft as a candle in winter's breath. Bright as a star over birth and death. Love moves unseen through the webs we weave. Seeking a room on cold Christmas Eve. Oh, hush your heart on this Christmas Eve. When shadows cling to the eaves and eaves. For through the dark and the drifting sleet, Christ walks the snow with bare wounded feet. Open your door, though you fear and grieve, for love knocks low on this Christmas Eve. Snow on the eaves and the wind runs wild. Night wears the face of a frightened child. Ash in the grate and the year grown old. Candles are weeping in panes of gold. Out on the road where the black trees moan. Footsteps are crunching on ice and stone. Someone is singing a tune you know. and shadows move where the embers die. Listen, no soul, for a quiet sound. Bare bleeding feet on the frozen ground. Open your house in the bitter night. Open your sorrow to candlelight. For in the cold of the longest year, love wears a face that will cost you dear. Sleep no more in your silver shroud. Tear down walls that have grown too proud. Come lay your bread on the earthen floor, for Christ still comes as a stranger at the door. Radio choir in the distance sings, "Oh come all ye faithful down the line." The neighbors have blown out their candles. The last pair of boots leaves the street, and I'm here with one strand of tinsel and a present wrapped for someone I won't meet. Christmas Eve you used to hold more than paper, more than gold. Now the silence and the dark wear a holly on their heart. Church bells are ringing, people leave hand in hand beneath the eaves. I just watch the snowflakes weave your name across this Christmas Eve. This December, somewhere a child won't sleep, too excited to believe morning never has to come. Somewhere a crowded train cuts across the winter rain, carrying somebody home, but the tracks here end in darkness, and the night train never calls. Just the echo of your laughter in the pine boughs on the set the wise men where they go, whisper peace on earth to strangers, 'cause we all feel a little bit alone. Outside the horizon is ringing with 1,000 distant chimes, and I send you all my longing on a breath of winter sky. Christmas Eve I'll keep the light burning softly through the night. If the angels pass my door, let them leave you at my floor till that miracle arrives. I'll be here between the lines, letting every snowflake write that I still love you in the night. And I'll meet you in my dreams on this lonely Christmas Christ is born.
Sirens in the distance, red, white glow. Nativity and plastic on a liquor store shelf. Mary staring like she knows I don't forgive myself. Dead bulbs on a busted motel sign. Snowflakes falling like corrupted coal lines. Radio quiet, distorted and slow. Silent night in a minor key, nowhere to go. I hear the bells, but they don't sound right. Like warning tones in the winter night. It's a black neon Christmas Eve, where the angels choke on the smoke we breathe. All the carols drowned by the siren scream, and the city's lit like a fever dream. If there's peace on earth amidst this street, broken glass in the drifting sleet, say a prayer for the ones like me on a black neon Christmas Eve. Street lamp halos on the blood dark snow, footprints fading where I couldn't let go. Storefront Jesus in a LED frame, watching every little glitch in my name. Midnight bargains in a parking lot mass, broken ornaments and shattered stained glass. Joy to the world from a rusty PA, but the wires all hum in a different way. I see a star, but it's falling down like a flare over a dying town. It's a black neon Christmas Eve, where the angels choke on the smoke we breathe. All the carols drowned by the siren scream, and the city's lit like a fever dream. If there's peace on earth amidst this stream, broken glass in the drifting sleet, say a prayer for the ones like me on a black neon Christmas Eve. You said the light would find us in the darkest part of the year, but the power grid is failing, and I only feel you here. In the hum of the transformers, in the static in my head, in the ghosts of burned out candles for the names we never said. Black sky, white ash, cheap tinsel, car crash, midnight, no sound, just the snow coming down. If you're out there, can you see? Every shadow looks like me. Cross myself in gasoline, strike the match on Christmas Eve. It's a black neon Christmas Eve, where the angels choke on the smoke we breathe. All the carols drowned by the siren scream, and the city's lit like a fever dream. If there's peace on earth, it's not for me, just a promise on a dead TV. So raise a glass for the ones who grieve on a black neon Christmas Eve. Snowfall, screen fades, we're just lights in the hit parade. Play it back if you still believe in a black neon Christmas Eve. Snow on the rooftop, soft on the street, footprints of families fresh in the sleet. Lanterns are swinging on old wooden doors. Laughter is drifting across painted floors. Candles in windows, steady and clear. Ringing of church bells, the whole town can hear. Somewhere a carol in harmony starts, warm as the fire, bright as their hearts. There's a light in the window for the lost and the late, for the hearts that are heavy, for the souls that wait. It says, coming from the cold now, lay your burdens down. There is love at the table, there is grace in this town. When the night feels the darkest and the world feels so wide, there's a light in the window and the door open wide. On this holy quiet evening when all hearts believe, there is hope like a star over Christmas Eve. I walk through a year full of questions and rage, carrying stories of sorrow and strain. But here in the stillness, the world kneels to pray, and all of my troubles feel further away. A child in the choir lifts their face to the sky, singing of mercy with wonder-filled eyes. And right in that moment, I almost can see the peace that the angels meant even for me. There's a light in the window for the lost and the late, for the hearts that are heavy, for the souls that wait. It says, coming from the cold now, lay your burdens down. There is love at the table, there is grace in this town. When the night feels the darkest and the world feels so wide, there's a light in the window and the door open wide. On this holy quiet evening when all hearts believe, there is hope like a star over Christmas Eve. I still hear my mother say, don't be afraid. Even the longest night bends to the day. Father would whisper, just follow the chime. The bells will lead home at the right kind of time. Years have gone by and the faces have changed. Chairs at the table are empty, rearranged. But love is a circle that never quite ends. I feel them beside me in family and friends. So here is my prayer for the broken and small, for the ones who feel no one is waiting at all. May some gentle doorway spill soft golden light and draw them in close from the teeth of the night. There's a light in the window for the lost and the late, for the hearts that are heavy, for the souls that wait. It says, coming from the cold now, lay your burdens down. There is love at the table, there is grace in this town. When the night feels the darkest and the world feels so wide, there's a light in the window and the door open wide. On this holy quiet evening, may all hearts receive all the love and the peace, all the gentle relief of that star over Bethlehem Christmas Eve. Snow keeps falling, soft and slow. Every flake a whispered vow. Light in the window, warm and clear. Welcome home, you're safe here